Raden Saleh was born 200 years ago, and he painted his first paintings and drawings at a very early age. So we can say over the last 190 years he built up a huge work, a huge oeuvre, but it never has been shown to the public. This is really strange because he was such an important artist. An artist of his importance usually have had a lot of solo exhibitions. Why not Raden Saleh? After a while I found out it's quite difficult because his paintings are very expensive, they're owned by private collectors, some are owned by the public collectors like the Istana. It's not so easy to get them together. But still, I decided I tried to do that, and together with the help of the Goethe Institute, we finally succeeded. It was not easy, but we were working hard and persistent, and we did not give up. The idea behind the whole exhibition, of course, was not only to show one Indonesian master, but also talk about a theoretical concept like hybridity. Hybridity means the influences from two different cultures are coming together, and out of these two influences, something new is developing. In a way, Raden Saleh's painting look very European at the first glance. But if you really go into it and look behind the popular and the top layer, you very often find a different meaning as well, a very Javanese meaning. So this is his hybridity. The form is very European, but the content very often is very Javanese. I would like to talk about this painting first, because it's maybe the earliest painting we have in the exhibition. Raden Saleh did it after he arrived in Holland, and there he was studying with a Dutch painter. Andries Schelfhout was his name. He was a very famous painter of the time, and it was a landscape painter. So his teacher gave him a number of tasks for examination. So one of the first tasks must have been to paint a winter landscape. So this Raden Saleh, this guy came from Java. He never has seen snow before. So maybe for the first time he experienced snow and ice. And if you look at the painting really closely, you see he already understood what that is, what is snow, what is ice, and he transformed it in a very, very beautiful way. 15 years after he did the winter landscape, this painting was done. It was painted in Dresden in Germany, and it was his last painting he did there. It was a present for his best friend. And for the first time on this landscape you see a Javanese thing. You see the Borobudur on the right side in the background. It's the outlook of the Borobudur over here. There are a number of meanings in this painting. So when it was auctioned by Christie's, the title of the painting was given Lying in Wait, which implies that these tigers are lying in wait to attack the family. But when it was first exhibited by Raden Saleh, the title was totally different. The title was Two Tigers Disturbed by a Group of Javanese. Behind the upfront meaning, there's a hidden meaning. And the hidden meaning is that actually our spiritual path as human beings should be from the animal nature through the human nature to the enlightenment and finally to nirvana. This painting is the most important one. Everyone who comes here spends a lot of time in front of the painting, wants his photo taken, and that's okay, because it is, at least in the Indonesian context, this is the most important painting of Raden Saleh. It is the only history painting he did, painting on a piece of history. And maybe it is one of the first history painting done in the whole of Asia. We have a drawing by Raden Saleh about the painting. This was maybe his first idea. And if you look at it, it's very, very different. It's not the same idea, it's not the same painting. So apparently between the first drawing and the painting, he must have developed the idea further. The painting is, when you look at the Dutch officers, you see that the heads are too big. If you look at the drawing, the heads of the Dutch officers are perfect. If you look at the heads of the Javanese, they are perfect. If they are out of proportion, it is not because he could not do it. It is because he wanted to do it. So there's a message behind it. And Raden Saleh painted himself in the picture. This is Raden Saleh, this guy. And if you look at him, he's, in a way, he's not involved. He's just looking, he's watching, because he's the artist. He's going to paint it. So he's very much detached from the scene and observing it, while everybody else is much more involved. The painting was, until 4 weeks ago, in a very sad state. It was almost black, we couldn't see anymore. And we invited 2 specialists from Germany, 2 women restorers, who worked on the painting for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, it looks as beautiful as it is now, and we are very, very happy, because it never has been as beautiful before. It's a very beautiful painting, it's an important painting, because it tells a lot about Indonesian history. And we don't have a second one, we don't have another painting like this.